did he survive that? And man, there's Ashes out there gagging. Nothing better than getting a hot piece of slag in your ear. All right, that's coming off good. What I've got left here is a metal reinforced structure that goes under this lower pillar. It's all cut off. I just need to unbolt right here. I have to mimic this exact setup on the other side. And I may need to look into a bra. Lord have mercy. That's a terrible angle. On other news, this pigtail, I have to rewire and route it inside the dash, and then, or I could throw this back into the old 64 doors and just use the seat adjuster. I might do that, I don't know. I was thinking about hiding it in the glove box, but who knows. We'll figure that out. I've got to rewire that though. It looks like a nightmare, but I'm okay with it, so I'm gonna cut back into that pigtail and make a new harness. And I got all this electrical to get rid of as well. I got to figure out where to put all this. There's a frame rail. Got a floor pan and our inner A-pillar. Very proud of that. I gotta touch up this box over here. Right here, got hit. I can do that with some JB welding, some plastic, be okay. Fix the net. We are rocking and rolling. This is fantastic. I'll body work this, be fine. I love this hammer, man. All right, on to the next side. All this cutting wearing me out. And I know it's wearing my videos out. I gotta get past this quickly. I shaved this morning. Bad idea before cutting metal. I wear my ear protection, eye protection, I wear my gloves. I need some sleeves, and I gotta buy me some. I think Harbor Freight's got some cheap ones. And then I really need to do me a welding jacket, a couple other things, some face protector. Yeah, long story short. Hopefully now that I've learned my lesson on the passenger side, I can get over here and buzz this side off fairly quickly. I know I have to cut the whole front seam, this inside seam right here, and then I've got to make a cut right in here so I can get in and hit the inner layers. So that's my plan. I kind of took my time on the other side because I didn't know exactly what was behind that pillar. I'll say this, if you're in the market for a used car, buy a Panther chassis, Crown Vic, Grand Marquis, Mercury Marauder if you got the funds. That's my dream car. But man, buy one, buy a town car. These things are incredible. I'll tell you this, my daughter might be driving one of these as her first car. Hopefully a Mercury Marauder with the old 4-valve dual overhead cam. But yeah, this is a stupid safe vehicle. I can't get over this. This is absolutely insane. To think of all this work, the layers of nice steel, and then you get below it, there's a frame like a truck. I mean, it's incredible. That's obviously why these cars have lasted. Absolutely incredible. I will be buying a nice one. I can promise you that. When I start making some money off YouTube, that might be my treat to myself, a nice daily driver, Mercury Marauder or something. Anyways, we'll get back to it. And I got the driver's seat moved forward. I had the hot wire pigtail. I'm about to do the same exact thing on this side. I'm working with some clearance. You remember that saying? Ever told you I can't stand bees? Look at this guy making a nest while I'm standing here working. How did he survive that? Alright, I forgot to remove the vents underneath the cab corners. Take a look down in there. That's some work I got to do, and it looks like I may be trimming these A-pillars some more, which means I may be going into the dash. I still don't know my placement, you know, forward to aft, forward to back, whatever. I've got to work on that. So this entire piece could go back behind it. From what I've seen, these dashes are an unusual amount backwards. Right now it looks appropriate forward. I think this has got to come back. The cab needs to go forward, bringing the dash back. That's probably going to eliminate my problem over there as well. And then I'm going to lift this and pull these vents real quick and see if I have to cut a 1/2 inch on each side of these little tabs. Let me see. This is the update. I'm still playing horseshoes over here, I guess, trying to figure out where this cab's going. And I believe this is the final location. Now what I'm talking is I've got to pull these fenders back, obviously about 8 inches there. I should tighten up my gap up here, scooch it back. And I can't do that until my brother gets here, Cody. So this is kind of the ballpark. I'm just blocking it up so I can find that height. And man, there's Atticus out there gagging. Anyways, that's what I'm working with. So I'm trying to just block this up carefully. I've got this barely sitting on the frame rail, so check this out. I mean, there's a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch of a flange just sitting on that front rail. Lord. I'm really, oh, that's messing up the radiator. Jesus, Lord have mercy. My bad. AC condenser or something. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying. This is the situation I'm in. I gotta play the finesse game from here on out. I've got about 200 pounds of metal or some flooring. Got a half a tank of gas. A bunch of things. Just these lowers on these floors right here were like 40 pounds each. There's about 200 pounds back here. I'm trying to simulate some type of load on the bed. Not the bed, but just the bed being back there. The bed don't weigh a lot. Tailgate weighs more than the bed, it seems. So that's what we're working with here. And I've got the back of the car lifted up because I got the front on dollies. Trying to get it in the general area. But when I try to bring this cab down, I'm running into an issue back here. I'll show you, which I started cutting. Did a hack job cut. I'm gonna take this final cut up to this line and we'll do a nice straight edge. And then I'm gonna come in, get past these frame rails, box it, and that will be it. So I'm gonna finish that when Cody gets here. All right, I'm trying to find a center line on this front end. I failed to do that whenever the truck was together. That was a complete mistake. So finding my wheelbase is gonna be a little interesting. These are some big openings. So what I'm doing is writing on myself. And I referenced the photograph that I had. What you see here, you see this little tick? I believe my center line is about a ½ inch behind that, and that's a rough estimate. So I'm gonna go there. And what I've done is I've been looking at this photo. I'll show you the photo. All right, it's nice having a red Sharpie marker in the shop, let me tell you that. All right, so this is the photo, and most of my pictures have been from a distance. I can't get zoomed in enough, but this is what we're working with. Let me turn that light off so you can see. A little behind the scenes there. But this is what we're looking at. If I zoom in here, there's our little mark. When I go down, let's use the edge of the phone as a reference. This wheel is barely turned, so I'm imagining our center is going to be within a ½ inch. So that's why I kicked it back about ½ inch here, from there to there. It's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room. It's the small details. That way I can at least start to get the cab set just right. It doesn't have to be flawless. I'm not building a show car or a SEMA car with a fake drive shaft, but I'd like to have it pretty dang close. As of right now, I've got it sitting on about 8 inches of wood. And it's just a ballpark. All right, let me get back to it. I'll bring in, this is gonna be a more detailed video. I'm not doing a bunch of time lapse. I filmed so many time lapse. I know everybody hates it on the cutting and stuff. So I'll get you back in. Oh. All right, just for reference, we're 31½ inches from this back fender line. I'm gonna, and my tick was on 32. I'm gonna take it to 31 just so we can have it an easy number. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's do that on both sides. I'll float 31 to 31½ and that'll give me a little window of opportunity there. All right, I need a third hand. Hold on a second. Y'all are going to have to watch from a distance. This is what we're looking with. Let's get her over here. I hate to say I'm sick of cutting, but I am sick of cutting. I'm a lefty, I know. I can shoot right-handed, left-handed, right both hands. But I haven't become a millionaire yet, so I can't do it all. Bear with me, I'll update you. All right, what I'm trying to do here is figure out a rough estimate. My center right now is about 7.5 inches off. So that means I'm gonna be somewhere in this neck of the woods, that fender. The back of the fender's sitting, let's say, right here. Then that means I need to bring this cab forward about 4 inches. So I can also, let's see, roll the car back about 4 inches. Let's do that. I'll pull this front end off and we'll bring your scooch up. All right, just so y'all can see what we're working with, I've got about a foot to go, maybe over a foot. My idea is to have these frame rails hidden by the body and or close to it. It doesn't have to. I don't mind if the frame hangs down. And I've started cutting back here. My Sawzall's dead. I put some awesome Diablo blades in there and she's done. Yep, I gotta get a Sawzall as soon as possible. Not in the budget this week, so I might have to borrow my brother's. I need to go do that. But this is what we're working with. I'm gonna make some big cuts. And we should be looking pretty good. I'm assuming this dash alignment makes sense. I've seen people take this dash corner and have it just in front of this window crank. I'd like to go as far forward as possible. That will give me as much room back here as possible. So something to consider. I've got all this cut, but what I'm running into is this is like double and triple layered. Take a look at this passenger side and you'll see I've went through 3 or 4 blades right here. If I had my working Sawzall, I'd be okay. I could buzz right through it. The seats have about a foot, maybe over a foot to go back right here. This is really good placement. And if we look at this dash, those defrost vents should line right up. And if I'm good at this, I want to do this correctly. I'm going to throw some pictures in here. I've already mentioned that of one that's seen done perfect. But I want to get this done right. I don't want people to look in here and be like, man, they took the dash, because nobody ever does it right. But that's my plan. Let me get some more cutting done. I'm gonna see if I can get some of this by hand with this Milwaukee or Makita right here. These things are dangerous, y'all. That's just a fact. I'm trying to limit my use with it, but I'm pretty proud of this. Look at this gap. Let's bring it over here. That's close. That's a hair's thickness. Insert your own fancy saying there. I'm trying to stay friendly on this fellowship channel. All right, I'm pretty proud of this. Let's keep moving on. Well, she's leaving, boys and girls.